Yeah. Back again.
Back again 2 times for my episode 2.
Yeah. They thought we gonna come back, but we back with it.
Come back, but we back. Got the light. Finna take flight. Goddamn.
Hey, this my boy Mike.
That's my boy KJ.
Hey, we in here.
We in here.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
How you
Make
been,
sure y'all
man?
like, subscribe. Goddamn. We and plug our shit like we plug your shit.
Hey, better fool. Shit.
Goddamn.
Hey man, how you been?
I mean, how you, man? I'm been good, man.
Hey.
Shit, it's about to get cold as a motherfucker.
What?
Hey,
Boys,
chilling.
Niggas already wrecking in Dallas and shit.
Sure, But
I'm trying to get fucked up like Tom Brady.
goddamn. Trying to get fucked up on the kilo. Oh, whatever it is. Hold on.
Boy had to get escorted out. They had to help him, boy. They had to do the injury walk with him.
Oh God, they escorted that boy out the club like black folks. But now, Super Bowl.
Man, you talking about a disappointing game. The whole time I'm just waiting on something to happen, bro. Some type of excitement. Something, bro, to where, give us something to talk about. We're going to get to about midway through the third quarter and there ain't nothing to talk about after that. Other than my girl wants some money because she had 9-1 on the squares. And then it ended up being 9-1 for the end of the third quarter and the end of the fourth quarter.
So check this out. This would have been the perfect time to segue into my segment that'll cover the future of bring your ass here. Let's have a conversation.
For sure.
Because the first person I will have a conversation with is this guy.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, bro, I'm telling you. This boy right here, boy, we're going to sit him down, bro. Like, hey, bro, whoever had the worst week, bro, we're going to have to come on, man.
We're going to come over here on this couch right here and have a sit down with me and have an actual conversation. And I want you to understand, nobody is above critique. Not Pat Mahomes, not Lamar Jackson. Oh, they gonna love that shit.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be our highest segment right there. But nah, for real, not Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, not nobody. Nobody is above being critiqued. But you want my thoughts on this Super Bowl? Here it go. First and foremost, a big congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did their thing. A big congratulations to Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich, Todd Bowles, and all the people he got on his staff.
All the black coaches.
He got a niggas on his staff.
What?
In Black History. Hey, I wonder what that go down as Black History. It happens in Black History Month. Wow, that's crazy. But anyway, okay, my take of the Super Bowl is the Chiefs.
Well, the question of the segment is, well, did the Bucks win that game or did the Chiefs lose that game?
Can I say both? Nah.
Yeah, you can.
I'm being decisive. Decisive. The Bucks won the game. The Bucks won the game, in my honest opinion. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs didn't do themselves no favors by having them bonehead-ass penalties, and it's crazy because when you're playing against Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, as much as they are different, they are that much alike in the context of you can't make mistakes. And I say that really more so for Brady than Mahomes. Like, you can't make mistakes against Tom Brady. He's the most winningest quarterback in NFL history. The man knows how to win football games. He don't need help beating you.
Sure don't.
Shit, I mean, and if you want to go out there and beat yourselves by having senseless holding calls and personal foul penalties and offside penalties, and when you're not playing mental football, I mean, that Tom Brady is mental football personified. And quarterbacks, I want you to look at that game and I want you to understand what the hell happened. And it is so crazy because, like, when you see a weakness on the field, you obliterate it. You beat that weakness down into an oblivion. Tom Brady knew in his head, he was like, shit, if I ain't got shit going on this passing game, We could throw it at these corners, and it's going to be one or two things. It's going to be a catch or it's going to be a penalty. You can't lose.
Nah.
You can't lose at all. So, and then the defense of the Bucks, man, Jesus Christ. Ooh, they a problem.
Well, they were getting after his ass.
They are a problem. And the Chiefs didn't have their two right tackles. I mean, they two tackles. I got that, understood that. You still got to try to make something happen. Like, this is the biggest stage in football. Yeah. Everybody's watching. Hell, people don't even know football watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I mean, people been out with COVID all year, so it's like you can't really... Injuries, it's next man up in the NFL, bro. Like...
The last one, their last tackle went down in the very last game. The last game they just played.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, of all places. It's just... It was their time.
Yeah.
It was their time. I mean, I give it to you, man. You've been saying it all year, goddamn. They ain't look like themselves. They've been playing for behind. They've been slow. And now they got smacked right in the goddamn face. Now,
caught up with them.
What people gotta relax on, like now, to say Mahomes the greatest of all time, I wasn't saying that. Now the greatest right now, maybe so, but not as long as Brady's playing football.
Nah, I don't think anybody was arguing he was the greatest of all time. I think some people just want to label him that early on just because, you know, that might be his favorite, they favorite player, not necessarily they being unbiased about the situation and seeing the whole thing from a full perspective. But the thing is, though, man, Tom Brady's had time to play out a career. Patrick Mahomes not. So it's really apples to oranges, bro. You can't really compare someone who haven't even had time to even be great to someone that is great. Now, I know they make a lot of arguments about LeBron versus MJ, but at this point, LeBron been in the league for 16, 17 years. You can make that comparison now. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he been in the league longer than MJ was in the league, so you can make that comparison. Right now, with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, not so much, you know.
I know this is a rhetorical question, but I'm going to ask for the audience anyway. What do you value more in football? Do you value the physicals or the mental?
The mental.
Right. So Patrick Mahomes represents everything people fall in love with, the physicals. Yeah. The amazing arm, the athletic ability to extend the pocket, and all these flashy passing and hit this, that, and third, all this other whatnot, what have you. And Tom Brady makes up the mental side of football. That man ain't got an athletic bone in his body. But when it comes to throwing a football and understanding the psychology and psychological side of football,
there we go.
You know, the man got it down packed. He got it to a science, and there's nothing you can show him that he haven't seen before. He's played against the peak Ravens. He played against the peak Steelers. He played against the Jaguars when they had Bouye and Jalen Ramsey. He played against the Texans when they had their little top 3, top 5, top 4 defenses or whatever. So he'd seen everything. And Lord knows the Chiefs defense is just not that high. I remember last episode we was looking up to see, like, damn, they actually ranked 11th in the run. And we was like, damn, on camera, it looks so much worse.
Yeah.
And it does.
Yeah.
So, Tom Brady, right now, look here, goddammit. I don't give a damn who you talking about. I don't care if you talking about Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, fucking Lawrence Taylor, Michael Strahan, whoever. Thomas Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, bro.
Yeah.
He's the greatest football player of all time.
Well,
straight out.
My take on it is more the Bucks beat the Chiefs than the Chiefs beat themselves. Because you can say the penalties, but the Chris Jones penalty happened in the first quarter. And then the penalty that brought back the interception by Tyrann Mathieu happened relatively early in the second quarter. I know, and it, like you said, bro, it happened during a time where they were still relatively close in the game.
7-3, I believe.
So, you know, you can't say, well, like, dang, they just went on the onslaught just because, you know, of these penalties. No, not really. It was still pretty close. You know, I mean, the Bucks ain't do nothing real flashy. They was running the ball. They'll dump it off. Wasn't really throwing down deep. And they did another smart thing that probably flew on the radar a little bit. Bro, they didn't play Gronk. Not at all, really, during the whole playoff run. And then he get like 2 touchdown catches in the Super Bowl.
Could have been 3 if Juan Thornhill don't make that shoestring tackle.
They kept him fresh for the most important game of the season, cause Gronk ain't himself anymore. He can't go play after play after play, down after down, game after game for a 16-game season.
Yeah, he's a situational tight end.
It didn't go, yeah, for real. And then a hell of a situational tight end.
One of the best.
Shit, but they sat him down. I'm like, man, where's Gronk at? Cause Cameron Brake going, Then home below Super Bowl.
Here we go.
Here we go. We got I think they did like a screen pass to him. They did
Brady him on the back of the end zone on that dart.
That dart, and then there was another one. No, that was just his own 2, right? Yeah, cause Leonard Fournette ran one in. But that was another thing too. And for Dave, if you're watching, Dave, I said, let them boys come out, jump on them boys. The way I saw the Bucks winning that game is, like you said, they had to have a game like they did against the Packers where they just come out jumping on them. You know what I'm saying? And by the time the end of the first half, they got to be up a couple touchdowns. And I said that. You know what I'm saying? I might play the replay on you, boy. One of the key to the games, too, was I like, man, they going to have to show up with the run game. They're going to have to run the ball, slow the game down. You know what I'm saying? Because when you run the ball, the game's getting shortened. And then eliminate potential of scoring more points. You know what I'm saying? Because if the game goes longer, who knows? They can just score. They scored 3 touchdowns in like the last 5 minutes of last year's Super Bowl. So you still can't really count them out until the exact end. So they had a good game plan coming in, bro. You run the ball, you dump it off here and there. You got a couple plays up your sleeve, pull them out at the right times, and just work it like that, man. So,
that to me probably was Leonard Fournette's best game as a professional. I understand he had some games when he was with the Jaguars where he didn't went for like 150 plus yards and all that, but man, I'm talking about as far as like high volume and high pressure moments. Yeah, man, Leonard Fournette did that. Now that's the Leonard Fournette that I want to see.
You called about it too, boy.
That's the Leonard Fournette I want to see, guys.
Hey, this the big times, boy. You got to show up.
That's LSU Leonard Fournette.
We needed him to show up, and he showed up, bro. He ran one in. He was catching all those passes, breaking tackles. Like, he did everything.
Positive run yards. He probably only had 1 or 2 maybe runs for losses or whatever.
Man, that's the reason why right there you brought him in, to the team, bro, to help out. The same way with Antonio Brown. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He might not make the biggest impact, but at the end of the day, he got you a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Sure.
So, like, every little piece here and there. I mean, what happened to Chris Godwin, though?
Man, he got saved. He got saved, but now on some real shit, I know I had some money on the line with my boy Walt, and I'm gonna tell y'all the dirtiest shit ever. The dirtiest shit ever is when Brady talking his shit. When Brady talking his shit, it's over.
Boy, I ain't seen him like that before. Boy,
look, hey, Brady talking that shit.
He riled up.
Hey, whenever he was talking
coming
that shit
out with T-Mobile commercials and shit. God damn.
Man, when he was talking that shit to Tyrann Mathieu, I immediately sent that money to Walt quick. Like, that money gone.
It's over with.
Then it was one play. I don't know if it was when the Chiefs called timeout, but I know the game with a commercial break for some reason. And then when you come back on camera, it looked like Brady was arguing with somebody, but he was like, no, give me the same personnel I just had on the field. Man. And it's crazy because that same drive, like a couple plays earlier, he was talking shit to Tyrann Mathieu. That's when they was doing their little verbiage back and forth. Man, he told Antonio Brown to run that reverse pivot and sit that bitch down. He threw it right at Tyrann Mathieu. And it's so crazy because Brady didn't celebrate with his team. He didn't look at his wife. He didn't look for his kids. He didn't look for AB. He went straight to Tyrann Mathieu and started talking that shit. I was like, oh, wait.
Boy, get everybody ass, boy.
Yes, sir.
But that boy, Bashard Breeland, boy, got his ass torched, bro. Like you were saying, bro, if you find a matchup that works, keep going after it,
Keep
bro.
on to that shit.
And they kept going after it, bro. P.I. here, giving up a big catch to Mike Evans here. Boy, Mike Evans get that boy hell all game long,
From
bro.
Galveston, Texas. My boy.
Yeah, so, I mean, Patrick Mahomes really didn't have the best day. He probably had one of his worst playoff games.
That I will say, yeah, here we go. You know, put the breaking news banner at the bottom, goddamn. That was Patrick Mahomes' worst game as a professional athlete. The worst game.
Had to be, bro.
It was terrible.
Come on, let's look at the numbers, bro. You 26 for 49. His QBR was a 50. Tom Brady's QBR was an 80. Tom Brady went 21 for 29. Not a lot of yards, 200, but 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's really efficient, bro. And he had 1 sack for 6 yards, where Patrick Mahomes only got sacked 3 times, but it was a loss of 27. So he lost.
Man, running for his life. Like a pack of wild dogs out here.
That boy losing about 9 yards per sack. Like, those was drive killers. And then that one play, I marked it down. I don't remember what quarter it was in, but he just kind of threw it up to Tyreek Hill. And
that's play that got batted and got interception.
Yeah, it got batted, got intercepted. And it's like, bro, one, it was only like, it was $4 around the play. And then 2, bro, like, you got to learn that, man, take a page out of Tom Brady with the Falcons, bro. You can't come back all in one chunk, bro. You gotta take it drive by drive, take it down methodically, and all you gotta worry about is going to score your first touchdown, bro. The game is 0-0. Go score a touchdown. Don't try to get chunk plays, bro, because you end up hurting yourself still.
Now I want you to understand something right quick. You were right about everything you say, and I totally agree. But let me add to that a little bit. The person we need to put that goddamn spotlight on is Mecole Hardman. Like, in situations like that, that's when I be like, you gotta know that they know to cover Tyreek Hill. I mean, shit, the man burnt y'all for 203 in the first quarter in the regular season. You got to know that you got to do something with Travis Kelce. So that means Mecole Hardman, wherever you are one-on-one. And if you're not one-on-one, you probably matched up with a linebacker or somebody who ain't really efficient enough to cover you. You got to make plays, or you got to involve yourself or get involved in this offense somehow, some way.
I wish I could see the all 22, bro, just to see if they was even getting open. Was it they getting open, or was Patrick Mahomes holding on the ball, waiting on the bigger play? So that's another thing you was talking about, how Tom Brady, he's more mental. So he's going to take what you give him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the arm strength to drop back 10, 15 yards in the pocket and just launch it and wait on the next play, or, you know what I'm saying, roll out and make these parallel to the ground throws and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks flashy, but he ain't win the game. So he takes what the defense gives him, and Patrick Mahomes wasn't, bro. He was just trying to get every big play, where they showed multiple times where just the way Tom Brady dump off the Fournette play after play after play, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is open. He's open. Swing route. They open play after play, and he's just not seeing them, bro. I remember they saying it during the game at one point, just like he's missing his checkdowns, bro. Like, you gotta get that's part of the game, bro. You can't just use your arm talent for everything. If that was the case, Brian Leftwich would be a nasty quarterback. You have goddamn Cam Newton be the best quarterback in the league. Jameis Winston or Jamarcus Russell. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
and it goes back full circle to that point where I was saying, bro, like the physicals. You get caught up in the physicals and forget about the mental. And 7 yards a pop, rather is you throwing it to the check down to the running back, or you throwing it to the tight end, or receivers running hitches or slants or whatever. Like 7 yards average, and I believe what they like you was giving me the average earlier, and I was like, damn, that's like averaging 7 yards a pop. But anyways, yeah, 7 yards a pop. That's an offensive win. Yeah. That's damn near. That's a first down every play and a half. Yeah. Every 2 plays.
Yeah.
And it makes the run.
It only takes 10 yards to get a first down. 7 yards, you damn near there. That's 2/3 of the way there.
You damn near there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's and then it matched up perfectly with them. Linebackers, they got the best linebackers in the league. The matchup with the best tight end in the league. And then from there, you just double Reid. And then it's like,
if the run game don't get popping, it's dead.
So they probably went away from that too early too, man.
True.
And I felt like too, man. That's another thing. I felt like Reid was less aggressive in this game than any other playoff game that I'd seen him coaching, or at least when he's been with the Chiefs, because it's multiple times it was 4th down and he kicked field goals. I'm like, man, I know it was 4th and like 8 and 4th and 7, and you know every statistic is telling you to kick a field goal in that instance, but it was like, I don't know, maybe they thought their defense was gonna shore up sooner or later, and that they'll be able to slow down Tom Brady sooner or later, but they just kept nicking and cutting them until they just bust them wide open. It was 31-9, and shoot, no team even scored in the 4th quarter. It was pretty much over then.
I'm gonna make sure I put this in here too.
Ooh, look at this. Hold on real quick, bro. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 9 carries for 64 yards for 7 yards a pop. Right?
7-yard average.
7-yard average, bro. Why you going away from that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they was running the ball a little late in the game when they was kind of down. And he did have 1 or 2 good runs, maybe even 3 or 4. But
you talking about your lead back only got 9 carries. And then the person who got the next most carries is your quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, with 5 carries. Then Tyreek Hill had 1, and then Darrell Williams had 2. So you had 17 rushing attempts all game, where Tampa Bay had 33 rushing attempts. Leonard Fournette had more carries than the whole team of the Chiefs with 18.
You want to hear some crazy shit? Le'Veon Bell, like, his whole career, he's never really just gotten it done in the postseason.
Not Le'Veon.
He always manages to lose to Tom Brady or the Ravens or whatever team. It normally be them two or the Colts, but normally them two, the Patriots or the Ravens. So he goes to the hottest team in the NFL before the Bucks really just took off. And he just knew he was going to get him a Super Bowl ring this year. And yet he loses again to Tom Brady. But in all seriousness, though, the person I'm actually, can't believe I'm saying this, the person I'm actually happy for is AB. Nobody has stolen headlines the last year and a half like AB have. I mean, to the point it was damn near, well, it wasn't damn near, it was criminalistic. At least the shit he was getting accused of. I mean, the man got kicked out the league. Like looked like his football career was over. And he comes back, ends up going with Brady, wins the Super Bowl. The same year the Steelers get bounced out by the Browns. Talk about some shit.
Ooh, the Browns, the Steelers definitely couldn't need him this year, for sure. Nah, they can need a quarterback.
So we'll
get that to another day.
Yeah, for sure. But let me ask you a question right quick to kind of branch off this Super Bowl topic right quick. With this Super Bowl ring, is Antonio Brown a Hall of Famer now?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't know. How good is his numbers?
His numbers is awesome. Especially with the Steelers. They was really awesome.
They good for a stretch, but what about like his career numbers compared to
Antonio Brown? We got first year with Pittsburgh, 2010. Well, 2000. We'll count 2011. That was the first year he was a full-time starter. 69 catches for 1108 and and 2 touchdowns.
He's what?
His second year was 69 catches, 1108 for 2 touchdowns.
I got here. He's ranked 31st in yards.
Of all time?
All time. We're talking all time here, right? We're talking Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
That's all time. So 31st, I mean, it's all right. It ain't.
Oh, but it's the stretch, though.
He got more yards than Calvin Johnson.
Check this out. Check this out. No, check it out. Since 2000, from 2013 up until 2018, which was the year he left the Steelers, the man never had anything less than 101 catches. Never had anything less than 1,284 yards. And if you want me to be a little bit more specific, 2013, 110 catches for 1,499 and 8 touchdowns. 2014, 129 catches for 1,698 and 13 touchdowns. 2015, 136 catches for 1,834 and 10 touchdowns. 2016, 106 catches for 1,284 and another 12 touchdowns. 2017, 101 for 1,533 and 9 touchdowns. 2018, 104, 1,297 for 15 touchdowns. Only the year he went to New England and this past year was his numbers relatively low. But even in these games with the Bucks, he only played 8 games, and the man still had almost 50 catches.
All right.
Antonio Brown.
I get you, bro. But look at these numbers, though. He's 31st all-time in receiving yards, 30th all-time in receiving touchdowns, and 23rd all-time in receptions. I mean, what did I get you, though?
23rd in receptions? Oh, man.
I mean, it's up there.
And then, like...
It's up there, but...
No one in that stretch of a time, which was what? 5 seasons? Yeah, 6 seasons. 6 seasons. No one has had 100 catches consistently in 6 seasons and averaging at least 1,200 yards to go with that. Well, almost 1,300 yards, you could roughly say if we round it up because it's.
I can give you a.
Besides Marvin Harrison,
I can give you a technical answer, and I can give you a supposed to be answer.
Okay, give me the technical first.
Technical answer. He might not make it, or he definitely won't. He might not be first ballot for sure.
Oh, we know why he won't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
technically,
that's the TO effect.
Technically, he might not make it, or he's for sure not gonna be first ballot, just from his antics, his off the field shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't have to be first ballot. I'm asking you, will he get in? Period. Hall of Fame is Hall of Fame. Rather than first ballot, second ballot.
I don't know. See, like, if he's not first ballot without the off field, and then you bring on the off field too, it might take him a couple years. I mean, he's Hall of Fame worthy right now, I guess you could say. But man,
you know he had better numbers than Calvin Johnson.
He has better, but I don't think he did it. Calvin Johnson did it in a short amount of time though.
Well, he had
Calvin Johnson only played 8 years.
He had 10 seasons. Yeah, I believe Calvin Johnson played 10 seasons.
I thought he played 8. It might have been 10. Because I think Patrick Willis has played 8.
Well, it's 7 or 8. One of the two. I'll let you look at it too. Mm-hmm. Calvin Johnson played 135 games. Antonio Brown played 139 games. So it's a 4-game difference.
Okay.
Calvin Johnson has 731 receptions. AB have 886. Mm-hmm. Calvin Johnson had 1312 targets. AB had 1345. So that's only what? A 30 target difference. Roughly. A 33 target difference to be exact. Calvin has 83 touchdowns. Antonio Brown has 79. That's 4 touchdowns less. AB catches 65.9% of his shit. Calvin Johnson catches 55.7% of his shit. Now, this is where like numbers can be a little bit, because you know the ones that nigga went up and got, AB ain't getting. Mm-mm. Hey, I love AB to death. He will route your shit to death, but he ain't catching no jump ball. Not like
I don't think AB was double teamed at the same rate Calvin Johnson has been throughout his career.
No, not even.
Like to me, Calvin Johnson, and then you playing for the Detroit Lions. Like,
yeah, but Matthew Stafford.
Everybody knows going to. When you had Antonio Brown, you also had Le'Veon Bell. Mm-hmm. You also had Big Ben Roethlisberger.
And the Steelers defense to go behind it.
And the Steelers defense. And what was that tight end they had that was good all on
Heath Miller? Or Jesse James?
Was he with them? Heath Miller, he probably had the tail end.
It was Heath Miller or Jesse James or Vance McDonald.
That's Vance McDonald's more recent.
I remember when Vance McDonald still that Chris Conte.
That's why Donald put his name on the ballot. Then he quickly fell right off the ballot. But we're
sure.
going to talk about that. So the game's over. Chiefs lost. Bucks won. Brady got 7 rings. Mahomes got 1. Where the Chiefs go from here? Where the Bucks go from here?
Okay, Brady said he's coming back next year.
Bucks ain't going nowhere, huh?
The Bucks ain't going nowhere. Goddamn. We might be having us a rematch next year.
I'm about to say neither one going.
I'm not gonna lie, like Kansas City, they don't have a far drop off because, I mean, their only competition as far as the AFC is concerned, at least playoff speaking, is the Ravens, the Browns, Browns, Bills,
Chargers.
Look at you.
Why you about
to?
Sure. We kind of got to wait till we get more into the offseason. Like, what the Raiders going to do? Because the Raiders was talking about packaging picks to get Deshaun Watson. That's on flip. Boy, the AFC West going to be fire if they get Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Because it's teams that stack. They just need a quarterback. What the Colts going to do? They stacked too. They just need a quarterback.
Rumor has it they in this Carson Wentz sweepstakes, but the Eagles want 2 first-round draft picks for Carson, and nobody's trying to get that up.
Yeah. And only way I give you 2 first-rounders if, like, I know I'm going to be one of the best teams and we're picking bottom of the barrel. So you're basically getting, like, 2 high second-rounders, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you're still giving up 2 picks for the next couple years or whatever, and that shit hurt. But then again, you could be the Rams and say, "Fuck it, we don't need first round picks," and they do just fine. Seem like, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, the Bucks, they really playing with house money now. You know, they don't win the Super Bowl. Next year they lose. They only make it to the playoffs, whatever. You know, Tom Brady, whatever. The Chiefs, it's more pressure than ever now. Because, bro, it's like you got thrashed during the Super Bowl. It wasn't just a loss. It was embarrassing. And then on top of that, it's like all these – you had that period where, like, you know, you had that period where Ben Roethlisberger is going down. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Luck left. You know, Phillip Rivers is old. You know, Drew Brees is old. Aaron Rodgers ain't his best self. You know what I'm saying? You kind of came in, you kind of fit in right in a nice slot to where you can just dominate for a couple years. Now, I don't know, bro. Like, if the Colts get their quarterback, you know what I'm saying? We already got our quarterback, and we just lost a bunch of close games. You know what I'm saying? You see what happened with the Seahawks? Mm-hmm. They had a chance to win 2 in 3 years. And then once they failed to win that second one, it's been a hard road getting back to where they was at, you know. I don't know how the team gonna do after, you know, during this offseason like the Seahawks where everybody was just exiled, you know. Cam Chancellor left, you know.
Cam got hurt.
Well, Cam got hurt. Sherman eventually left, you know. Earl Thomas ended up.
They traded Byron Maxwell.
Traded Byron Maxwell.
Well, no, they didn't trade him. Byron Maxwell signed in free agency with the. I
think Lynch came back for another year or whatever, but either way, a team ended up breaking up, and just fucked up their chemistry. So, you know, people gonna want to get paid on the Chiefs after a while. So, you're starting to see like, you can pay Kelsey, you can pay Tyreek. But if you ain't got a comparable third receiver, you ain't got these comparable other receivers that when those two receivers get taken out of the game, you can go to. It's a long night. You know what I'm saying? So what I do for the Chiefs is I would definitely look for a third receiver in the draft, even if I had to reach for one. Get an extra receiver, an extra offensive weapon to pair along with him. Because Nico Harman is nice, but he dropped too many balls, or he does boneheaded plays. And then Sammy Watkins, I don't know what happened to him. Robinson, he dropped way too many balls. And then number 13, I think Pringle or something like that. I mean, he decent. I don't know how good his route running is and stuff like that. So, Bucks, they cool. They chilling, you know what I'm saying? They partying. Tom Brady fucked up. Tom Brady got commercials, you know, whatever. The Chiefs, I don't know. I could be saying this and then they go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl next year. But, you know, I think it's going to be definitely harder on them or more pressure on them now, more so than ever, because Patrick Mahomes is already getting deemed one of the greatest. You're going to have to stack up Super Bowls sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? And if you go a year stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5 year stretch and don't win a Super Bowl, then they're going to start looking at you crazy. But that's just our microwave society these days because, you know, Tom Brady ain't win 6 Super Bowls in
he won 6
years
stretch without winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Without even appearing in the game.
For sure. So, like, everybody is accepting to it. That's just my take on it, man. Yeah. We're going to take a little break.
Come back in your face.
Definitely be right back at you.
Shit, nigga. Welcome back, goddamn. I know we've been going for a minute. Now we back up in it. Now, before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to that Dea de Le Flore. That's my boy Jonathan Boyd. You know what I'm saying? He got his little flowers thing going. If y'all want to get y'all some flowers or extravagant gifts for your ladies, make sure y'all hit it up at www.dealeflore.com.
Hey, we're going to put it down here. We're going to put it in the description.
We're going to put the link in the description.
And we're going to put it right down at the bottom of the screen real quick right here for your boy.
And if you want that jacket I had on last week, that Man on the Mission, that's Yada shit. You know what I'm saying? Yada Robinson. You can get your shit at www.manonthemission.com. All right. We're going to put that link at the bottom, too. Now, goddamn it, y'all going to promote our shit, too.
Hey, boy, if you watch it, boy, I see you be with the girls or whatnot. Yeah, hey, I do photography work, man. I got the studio set up and all, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to put that link in the description, too. Goddamn.
Hey, boy, link up, boy.
All right. Let's get into these NFL awards. Boom. So,
yeah.
MVP, we got that bad man, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Derrick Henry.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that too. You know,
I mean, you can interchange Derrick Henry, Josh Allen.
Yeah,
but Derrick Henry did have a 2,000
yards. Yeah.
He did run for 2,000. So that's about right.
Yeah, pretty much. We can move on.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's about right on the money. Cause you don't want to give MVP and Offensive Player of the Year the same award. It's damn near like saying it's
you gotta say who it is.
It's Derrick Henry. Right. It's the kind. Yeah. You know, ironically, me and him got the same birthday. I'm just a year older than him.
Who?
Me and Derrick Henry got the same birthday.
Yeah. Number 2, second place, Aaron Rodgers. Third place, Josh Allen.
I would have interchanged Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen just for the simple fact that you knew Aaron Rodgers was going to win MVP.
Yeah, you can say that. Also tied in third place, Stephon Diggs.
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Alvin Kamara, and Travis Kelce all tied for third place.
Yeah, and then 7th, Patrick Mahomes. I didn't even know they had that many goddamn slots. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Can you argue that either? I mean, number 2 is T.J. Watt.
J. Watt, man, that's another thing that they was talking about. Did T.J. Watt get scrubbed with the Defensive Player of the Year? Because it was like he only missed one game, and he had slightly better numbers than Aaron Donald or slightly under numbers of Aaron Donald.
But you gotta take into account too how good your team does too.
And Aaron Donald
You know that
get triple
matters.
team, double team. He's beating the whole O-line.
And you see when he get hurt, the difference it makes, bro, when he out. So that shows me a true player, bro. When you're not playing, how good your team do. Do they still do good? And then how much do you matter? If they just fall in the tank, hey, what's next?
We got Offensive Rookie of the Year. Do tell me what name is that.
My boy.
Nah, motherfucker, don't say your boy. Let me tell you about this nigga here.
Hey, bro.
Boy, when the Chargers picked up Justin Herbert, this nigga like to have a stroke.
Hey, bro.
He was hating that pick. He was like, oh, man.
Well, I thought we should got two of them, I was like, man, what they doing?
Hey, that boy Justin Herbert is bad.
Hey.
That's a bad white boy, I'm telling you right now. And number 2 is Justin Jefferson. I told y'all last week. I'll tell y'all this week. Justin Jefferson is going to be a problem. Shout out to my boy Anthony Jett, man. Nike fam Casper. My boy told me about him, you know what I'm saying? He told me about Justin Jefferson. He told
honestly,
me about
he's
him.
like a lesser version of Stephon Diggs.
Man, I tell you what, I think he's more of the Keenan Allen type.
Yeah.
His route running is amazing.
What? Because he's not the fastest.
He ain't the slowest, but boy, that feet eat.
And he got hands, boy.
You see these right here? These ain't fast feet. Camera, when you get that camera, I wish you could zoom in and look at these feet. These ain't fast feet, goddamn. These are quick feet. Wait, this ain't fast feet, the speed. This is quick feet, goddamn. And they say quick feet eat. All right, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Chase Young. Now, if I would have started that, sit your ass down, let's have a conversation about 2 or 3 months ago, Chase Young would have been on my couch, goddamn. Y'all remember when we were talking that shit about Big Brady? He said, I want Brady. I was calling for Brady. Didn't even get to touch the man.
Hey.
Didn't even get to sniff the man. They didn't get to smell the man's jersey. You understand me?
They almost had a chance, though, low key. They had somewhat of a better quarterback.
What? Man, Tyler Heineke gave them the best quarterback performance
but it came in too late, though.
Man, he played the whole game. Tyler Heineke played that whole game. He started.
He did?
Yes, sir. He started from start to finish. He played that whole game. That's why. Well, that's a different topic that we'll talk about.
We'll get on that later.
But yeah. Then, comeback player of the year, of course, Alex Smith.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, man. Look,
hey,
Alex Smith. Big ups to him coming back to football. I hated the way that he would have got exited from football. You know, it sucks to see such a big. I wouldn't just say big name talent, but such a named talent to go out that way. You would rather see him go out on his own terms.
Supposedly a humble person too, you know, whatever, and just, you know, a team player. So for sure, and it really wasn't even a number 2. So for sure, really ain't had competition.
Coach of the year, we got that boy Kevin. Get the Stefanski.
Got the stinky Brown.
Got the Cleveland.
Where the playoff game?
It's the Cleveland Browns from downtown. Goddamn.
They the Browns, but they orange. That just shows
That's
you how
funny shit.
That just shows you how backwards they is.
Hey, but check this out. This is what I'm gonna say about the Browns, and you can put. Nah, we gonna say that take for another second too. But we gonna put this is what you can say about the Browns. All right. You've been ass for the better part of the last 20 years. So you got to the playoffs. You even won a playoff game, and you won it in dramatic fashion. When I say they wiped the Steelers down, they wiped them folks down. So now that you've done that, see, I'm a man of progression. Progression is everything to me. You know what I'm saying?
They don't need to win the Super Bowl.
It's progression. Look here. You done got to the playoffs. You done won me a playoff game. Get me to the AFC Championship. And then the Browns will be making a sound from downtown, goddamn.
Number 2, Sean McDermott. I mean,
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that too. I'll take that.
Brian Flores with the
I'll
Dolphins.
take that too.
And Bruce Arians and Rob. Hey, this a solid ass list.
It really is.
Okay. But That's what we got. You know, if you got any comments, leave them down in the comment section below.
Yeah. Is any of these wrong or?
Well, you tell us. You know what I'm saying? Because we agree. We think it's right on the goddamn money.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, and by the way, let's leave this in here for you sports debaters out there. We will no longer be debating sports with you on Group Me's, Twitters, Facebook. If you want to holler at us, watch the show.
Got to.
Leave your comments at the bottom and we will address them, goddamn. Because there will be a segment to where you can email your questions, comments, and or concerns. And we will air it out right here on the live.
Right here, man. Watch.
Hey.
Comment.
You might end up taking a seat one day on this couch.
Yeah, come on, join.
Join us.
Speaking of J.J. Watt, they talking about trading him. You know, what you think about that?
I've been saying now, I want my cousin Marlon Washington, that's my boy. I want him to understand, and I want him to listen to this because I know we didn't talk about this. Look here, I've been saying for the last 3 to 4 years, it's time to trade J.J. Watt. It's time for him to go. Hey, it's time for him to go. Love what you did for the city. You took our money for the hurricane or whatever. We ain't gonna talk about that, but you know, you get one defensive players of the year. We didn't. I ain't gonna say use. That just sounds so bad, but we had you through the prime of your career. You done gave us an amazing season after amazing season.
Let him go.
It's time, and I would honestly want to I would have traded him. So when his value was damn near at his utmost high.
He did come in second in defensive player of the year.
He did.
His value
right now, he's worth about a second round pick, like a solid ass second round pick.
A solid second round.
I
give a second round if I'm trying to win the Super Bowl. If I'm like the 49ers or I'm like a play, I think I'm a player away, I give up a second round any day.
What if the Rams make a play for him?
Man, the Rams don't even got picks to give up.
They ain't got first round picks.
They gave up a second too. I think
they gave up 2 firsts and I think a third.
Oh, a third.
But the 2 firsts ain't even for this year's draft.
I mean, that's the Rams' nature. They love to go all in.
Big boat. They
love to go all in.
Talk about risking it for the biscuit.
For sure. I mean, they stated a couple, landing spots for them. We got the Bucks.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Browns. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice.
Him and Myles Garrett, man, he going to Pittsburgh. Him and his brother, he going to Pittsburgh.
I ain't thinking about that either. Yeah. Shit, what about the Patriots? Nah, they ain't in a better position than what the Texans in. That's why I don't even know why they even put that down there. And then they actually put the Chargers. That'd be nice too. And we need a defensive tackle, bro.
I'll give you a cop-out answer. Kansas City, if you're with me. Hey, and they need all the goddamn help they can get on defense. Goddamn.
I don't think teams just be wanting to just give players to Kansas City right now.
You offering the right shit, we'll take it.
Hey, you right. You come with enough money, you can have anything I got.
Anything you want, goddamn.
So you want my car? Come with enough money. What else we have here?
Russell goddamn
Okay,
Wilson.
Russell Wilson. My boy is coming up with the big nuts, boy.
Yeah,
that boy is hanging them out there.
Hey, he said he ain't no square no more. My boy said, look, I'm tired of these niggas being on my ass, man. Give me some type of protection.
Point.
Everything we know about Russell Wilson, everything about his game, has been based off improvisation. It is like, he'll run this, he'll run to the left, he'll run to the right. He was pretty much Patrick Mahomes before Patrick Mahomes.
He was. And he still kind of is to a certain point because he still got to do all that. But go ahead, yeah.
And when you think about it, outside of Walter Jones, and Lord knows he been retired for years. Outside of him and Dwayne Brown, name me another perennial lineman that played for the goddamn.
They had Russell Okung for a little minute. A slight minute.
Perennial though.
I don't think he was that good when he was with them though, like that. But I mean, yeah. Russell Okung, when he was at the top of his game, Like
with the Broncos and Chargers.
He was probably like a top 10 tackle in the league when he was at the top. at the top of his game, but injuries came to him. But yeah, either way, you're right. The offensive line hasn't been very good for him his whole career, and he's been in the league for almost like 8 years now, I think. So it's like, I mean, you gotta surround them. And then it's not just the lineman, it's the offensive scheme. And that's one thing he highlighted. He's like, hey, coach, owner, we all got the same amount of power here, bro. I'm the star quarterback. You the star coach. And obviously, you the owner. So let's put all our differences aside. Let's come together, meeting of the minds. I'm not here to overstep you, because we all equal in this, bro. We three right here got to come together to produce this product on the field, right?
Right.
So you got to bring me into into the table, bro, and let's talk. What's my strengths? What's my weaknesses? What I'm trying to do more? What type of offense I'm trying to run? Like, we need to take this all into account so we can all make this work. Because at the end of the day, I'm the quarterback on the field. So, the boys, so I don't know if they hire offensive coordinator yet.
I heard Adam Gase.
I heard Adam Gase, too. I don't know if it's ever
how true
official.
that is.
Let's look it up. That's always good about this shit. I can always just cut.
Yep.
And as long as we like kind of in the same position, it really go kind of smooth.
Nah, he ain't nowhere. He ain't nowhere.
He ain't what?
He ain't nowhere.
What we were talking about?
Did Adam Gase get hired by Nick Benjamin? But he did it.
You want to hit this shit again?
Yep.
I'm guessing Seahawks ain't.
It ain't.
The Seahawks ain't hire offensive coordinator yet, I guess.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
And the thing with Russell,
I was like,
Russell
man,
is
Adam Gase.
All right, now we back in position.
Yeah.
All right, the thing with Russell is like Russell is so humble. Like, he's the most humble person in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, he don't say much. He does his job. He carries. He toes the company line like he's supposed to. I mean, I say he's a sellout or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, he's not his image ain't bad. His image is not tainted.
And he cool. Like, he cool. Like, I be watching those videos where, like, him and DK be in off season and, he be bringing the team together in all season and stuff. Like, you got to have a quarterback.
He's a leader.
He's a leader, bro. Unlike Aaron Rodgers, well, I know this might make people bad, but unlike Aaron Rodgers, where he doesn't do that. He doesn't bring the team together. When he just point out stuff to people, get on people about this and that, you don't know this, whatever. And then you kind of see it at the end where, like, they don't play for you. If they don't play hard for you, at the end of the day, they just gonna let you get eaten up. So
all I'm saying is, like, it's been talks that people are calling to inquire about Russell Wilson. And let me throw a shot in the dark. What if we see a trade between the Cowboys and Seahawks?
Man, that'd be the dumbest thing ever in the world, bro. You couldn't give me enough for Russell Wilson.
You can't give it up for Deshaun Watson, but it don't stop you from asking. You can't hit the lottery if you never play it.
Hey, speaking of Deshaun Watson, for sure. Hey, the Texans digged in on it, huh?
What I tell you?
Hey,
boy.
Hey,
they go dig in.
I'm still on it though. We go cover this week by week. We gonna follow this to the end.
The Houston Texans, like, they are digging their heels in. Like, they can hold him here for 4 years.
I think it's smoke. I think Deshaun Watson did get his heels in too. So
with Deshaun Watson, we're gonna be a top 10 pick. without Deshaun Watson, we're going to be a top 5 pick. So, I mean, they're really arguing about 5 picks, a 5-pick difference.
That's more to do with their management. You know, their management trash. You got to get someone in there that can pick the right player, use their picks and pick good players and sign good people to contract and have good contracts.
The Texans is not the first organization to be horrible with draft picks or horrible with managing the team. See, but this is what happens when you this is what it is. This is what it is. If you let Deshaun Watson go, what it shows other players is, well, we can sign you to this money, all this guaranteed money, this big ass contract, and after 1 year, if you not liking whatever the case may be, and you don't like it after 1 year. Matter of fact, it ain't even been a full year since he signed it yet. You want to go? And we just supposed to let you go because you want to go. We supposed to just let you be.
Then the Giants traded Odell.
Yeah.
1 year after signing him because of antics and stuff. Because he wanted out. Because he like, I ain't want to be here no more. So
now
they ain't want to have a person that's not happy just sit down. They rather go get some value for him and get him up out of here.
Yeah, but OBJ's antics were like so out of the norm, I should say. I mean, I don't want to say out of the culture, I guess.
It wasn't AB, nah. It wasn't
AB level, but like I say, but he kind of tarnished his legacy trying to get out. Because all his sideline antics, his temper tantrums.
It's really what he's done since being to the Browns is really like just tarnished it all the way.
But I'm just speaking specifically when he was with the Giants. And again, Deshaun Watson is not that type of character. He's not going to do that. Yeah. He's not going to go against his morals and values just to get out of a contract.
So
at least I don't see him.
Why reward the person who budged their way out? But then the person who just politely want to do it the right way, then you don't want to go by his request.
Because, like, look.
Then you force us to goddamn.
Okay, well, let me hit you with one of these cliches, bro. And it might sound corny as fuck, but just let me connect the dots. Life is about expecting people to do the right thing. Keyword expecting. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll happen. Now, imagine if people did always do the right thing. The world would be a way better place. But that's just not the world we live in.
Okay.
Just like... just because he wants to leave, that don't mean they have to let you go.
Yeah.
Like
I understand.
It goes back to what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you want to take it from a cultural aspect, you know what the norm is. Then you know what I mean when I say they not gonna go against their norm to show the other that they have power or any type of power. Cause it'll start a rebellion.
Uh-oh. Decline. Anyway, back with it.
It'll start a rebellion. So, and the last thing these owners want, especially these owners in the South, is want to show that these other parties have that power.
Yeah. I understand, but
it could be a very grimy game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Deshaun Watson dig in, the owner dig in, it's going to come to a head at some point.
Yeah, 4 years from now.
No, I'm just saying, like, Deshaun Watson ain't going to wait that long.
Right, so he'll be back playing football.
No, he going to budge his way out.
You can...
you say, you like, that's not his norm. I understand that. But people go outside their norm once they get pressured to a certain level. Like, if any normal person, bro, get pushed to a certain level, does something outside their norm.
Okay, so let me ask you, what would you think he'll do to get out? Like, what limit would you think he'll go to? Because at this point, it damn near got to be criminalistic for him to get out.
Man, I think you overplaying how tight they trying to hold this down. Although we'll see though.
I mean, I can only go by what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we could say all this. He end up not even holding out anyway and just play. So
you asked me last week what was my opinion. I said week 1, if he's on the roster, he might end up playing.
And then if they trash again for another season,
I mean, we know they're gonna be trash. And I believe if I have the CBA right, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Or if I am wrong, just put it down in the comment section. I'll definitely acknowledge that I'm wrong, but I think I might have this right. With the new CBA, if you sit out a year, that still tax on to your contract. Like, you have to come play football. Like, you sit not playing and thinking like that counts as you fulfilling your contractual obligations.
Yeah.
Is not the case. At least
you can get out the contract, but you don't have to get the money back. You get the money back.
For sure. I defer to you.
I don't know. I think so. I feel like if you, I don't know. They still got rights to you even if you try to come back in the league.
If you retire, for sure, we got your rights as long as your contract is with us. And again, I believe he signed the next.
He could definitely suit up and then not play.
Now, see, that's one thing. That's one thing.
That's games played, though. You know what I'm saying? Or like
right.
those.
And it's not like he's holding out for a new contract because he at the end of his contract and he's about to sign a franchise tender. That's not the case.
Man, he's holding out because he don't trust the ownership no more.
What? Have you ever seen a player do this?
He traded his top receiver for a running back.
Yeah, that's with the old regime.
Yeah. And then all he asked was involve me on the hiring process. You don't do that either.
Now, look. For all intents and purposes, I want what's best for Deshaun Watson, which is for him to get the fuck up out of here and get far away from here as possible.
I understand.
But I'm just saying, the reality of the fact is that might just not happen, my man. Matter of fact, it's more than likely that's not gonna happen. Like, or at least it's not gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be in the year because you can kick, you can scream, you can bitch.
So is they trying to win or not?
You know they not trying to win. It's not a secret. But I'm saying even with them, they're not gonna win.
That's why. No, you can win though with them if you build your team right. But is you trying to win or is you not trying to win? That's all I'm trying to like. If you're trying to win,
maybe you should
just trade them and get a bunch of draft picks.
Maybe you should flip it like this: are you blatantly showing the fans that you don't care about winning, or do you care about it? Because at this point, it's fucking obvious they don't care about winning.
Yeah, I don't.
And I put it like this: what way would you construct the Texans to win, and what is your idea of winning? Because if you construct the Texans however you can with the league you see right now, and even the league that's probably about to come in with the next year or two, they'll beat the Chiefs. They'll beat the Ravens. They'll beat the Bills.
I mean, they so bad right now. They a couple years out no matter what you do right now.
Well, yeah, of course right now. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, you make all the little plays you want to make in the next year or two.
We had to see what those other teams had next year or two, too.
The Bills don't look like they're going anywhere.
Bills ain't going nowhere.
The Browns
ain't going nowhere.
The Browns on their goddamn way. The Ravens are a Lamar Jackson adjustment away from actually being great. Like, fucking great. Like,
I don't know, man, because you know when these rookie quarterbacks started getting off these rookie contracts, and then they started got to pay them big bucks, and then they'll get as many talented players around them all of a sudden. And that's like that, what they call a sophomore slump. It's like when they pay that quarterback, what you doing now? Because we can't get all these players we used to. Come on now. You got to be able to put your team a little bit more on your shoulders.
And not to mention that big bitch out there running for 2,000 of them, Derrick Henry. And you know these folks ain't got nothing on their run game. Like, I think that's the AFC as a whole. Like, the AFC as a whole always been terrible against the run, but the NFC normally be awesome against the run. But that's another conversation for a different day. Well, man, episode 2 is in the books. How do you feel?
It's a wrap, man. Hey, Got it out, bro. Hey.
Next week, we promise we'll have more NBA content. It's just hard to have it because, you know, football is the top priority. And
of course, we're going to keep up with off-season moves and all that.
For sure that. And no tennis, goddamn. No tennis, no baseball, no soccer. Watch ESPN for that shit.
Nah, don't watch ESPN, goddamn. Keep watching that. Hey, but, though, we out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's my nigga KJ.
For sure. That's my boy Mike over here.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Twitter name, amaze1_NF. Snapchat, @NikeFam81 or official Nike nigga. That is me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?